Alright, how's it going, chat? So chat, wait, I booted up the wrong thing. What are you doing? Alright. So chat. Today... I don't know if I should play Dan's build or if I should try to play a different build. Because Dan's build looks so good. The only reason I don't want to roll Dan's build is that the gear conflicts with Ziz, because Ziz wants to play Dan's build is so high. It's so high. So this is his build, chat. This is his build. So with focus up, he has 28 million DPS. And if you look at his survivability, chat, an Uber Shaper Slam hits him for 1,900 damage. And a Maven Memory Game hits him for 2,200 damage times 4. This version of the build can't tank Maven Memory Game without Molten Shell. The only reason he needs the Relic is because he's using, you know, whatever flasks he wants. So what if he uses these flasks instead, chat? But yeah, so this setup here, he still has really good armor. You would need a little bit more Chaos Res. But look at his defense on this setup, chat. He's still very tanky. And then Uber Shaper Slam, it's actually still pretty good. And remember, this is without Enfeeble. I mean, this is with Enfeeble. This is without Molten Shell. Is there a reason why he's not using VMS? I guess he doesn't need it. I guess he doesn't need it, so you'd rather have Val Haste. That's kind of Giga Chad, huh? Why don't you just both use the Mage Blade in 12-hour shifts? We could do that. We could actually do that. Wait, that's not a bad idea. Time sharing a Mage Blade? So I just need a micro distillery bell, and I need the thing. Oh, right, this is what I'm missing. The Balance of Terror. Now, it's not the immunity to curses. I mean, I am missing that, but I can always replace the movement speed roll here for curses. This is totally fine. My god, I'm gonna lose so much damage because of this. I'm gonna lose so much damage from this. Oh no. Oh god. So much damage loss. So much damage loss. No. The Curse Mastery. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, that is smart. Fixed. Alright. Well, she's done, boys. She's done. Budget Dan build. This is actual budget Dan build. It doesn't have perma flasks. It just has, you know, good flask charge generation. Yeah, this is super budget Dan build. It's budget except for the part where you need Awakened Spell Cascade. Otherwise, it's budget. Alright. Let's roll a new build. Alright, what should the name be, boys? Selfish. Selfish. Oh no. By the way, this is not me ditching the SRS build at all. I just want to play more builds, you know what I mean? I'll definitely 100% play more SRS. That build is cracked. Ooh. What do we think about leveling with Bitter Dream then? Is this considered a good leveling build? Could you pin new Jugg build, please? Ah, you mean like exclamation mark Dan for new build? Because, I mean, not only does Dan have a POB, he has a build, like an actual character that exists in the game. So you might as well get it from the source, mate. Like, my version of the build is gonna change because I don't have all the gear. But that's fine. Like, if I get Dan's gear, I'll roll Dan's setup, right? You know, I did realize a small problem, though. It's way tankier with endurance charges. Now, for mapping, that's fine. Because I have endurance charge and kill, I'm gonna get hit a lot. For bossing, I guess Dan's solution is to intentionally tank boss mechanics. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure he can still tank Uber Shaper Slam without endurance charges. Do you run Enduring Cry for bossing? Because, like, You are like 4 times tankier against an Uber Shaper Slam. Use Forbidden Ride. That's why he has Forbidden Ride in his weapon swap. Oh my god, Dan's so smart. I noticed that and I was like, why does he run that? Because there's a reason for that. This build's great then. Oh my god, wait, chat. It's gonna be so fun for mapping. 100 pack size mapping with this build should be very nice. Been a while since I've done this recipe. And then we Aug, Reroll. Oh, that is so lucky. Is my damage actually that low? Oh no, Johnny Energy leveling build? That's fine, it's fine. Finally a relatable stream. No. Can you explain the build? So right now, I'm leveling with literally dog shit. But ignore that. It's gonna be Dan's Reap Jugg. Defensively, it's just exploiting the same mechanic that everyone is. So Eternal Damnation stacks additively with Jugg's armor affects elemental at 8% value. This essentially means you no longer need spell suppression. You combine this with Lore Weave to negate the downside of the amulet. It also gives you like 3 max res, so it ends up being very powerful. Then in terms of the offense, just exploiting Reap with Awakened Spell Cascade hits 3 times, making it one of the best skills in the entire game for single target. And then for mapping, because we're going poison, we can exploit Plague Bearer. Now, to make Plague Bearer actually feel good though on this build, so even though you will have lots of Plague Bearer stacks, you can't just use Plague Bearer on its own and expect to do a fuck ton of clear. You want to combine it with some source of Explodey, you know, maybe some curse reduction from Despair. And so we're going to be utilizing, not perma flask uptime, unfortunately I don't have the setup to do that. But we're going to be running the Trader Keystone with high flask uptime, using Witchfire Brew for Despair, and then running Acidets for Explodey. Now Acidets is way worse than Occultist unless you scale it. And so the mechanic we're going to be exploiting there is Fizz and Chaos Damage, both poison. And obviously I'm a poison build, right? So I'm scaling a shit ton of Fizz. Now the beauty here is Acidets is a Fizz ability, right? Then you combine this with minion damage scaling with Spiritual Aid, which allows you to craft your wand and shield with minion damage. Now you have something like 300% minion damage and like 300% Fizz damage. Well, maybe not that high. Maybe like 300% Fizz damage. Well, to be fair, I don't have the clusters that Dan does, so I'll probably do a lot less damage, but hopefully it's enough. But anyway, that should hopefully allow me to have good damage with the Acidets.
Gift of immortality. You are being selfish.
Stop being selfish. Why does Dan have minion damage on his gear? It's because minion damage scales the explosions, and chaos damage would not. What build is this gonna end up being? So, actually, would you guys like the full recap on what the fuck we're doing? No? Oh, okay. Honestly, I do not care. Oi! Oi! You know what? Fuck you. I would like to hear the full recap of your life. So in 1994 I was born. They decided to have me because, I don't know. I guess it was the meta? I guess it was just the meta. Yeah, they just, yeah, I don't know, it was just the meta, I guess, to have kids at the time, I don't know. But they had me, loved me. Then, something terrible happened. My parents bought me a gaming device. Then, I just started playing games constantly, non-stop. You know, I would like stay up to 3 in the morning at 8 years old playing video games. At this point, my entire life was video games. RuneScape was like a gateway to online games, which led to World of Warcraft, which went to Diablo and PoE, and then I just entered my entire life playing video games. But then, for some reason, you can turn this like horrible destructive illness of playing video games way too much into a living. And so thanks to you guys, I kind of went from inted life to, you know, actually everything's okay. So you guys kind of turned my life around, no meme. So that's nice. So it has a happy ending. I get to do what I love every day, and it all worked out in the end. So that's nice. You get to market your addiction and an unhealthy coping mechanism for money. Yeah, it's like I'm a drug dealer, except it's video games. Yeah. Although to be fair, it's more like you're watching a drug addict do drugs. It's more like you're just watching someone inject PUE every day. Is this still leading to an explanation of the build? Sure, I'll explain the build. While playing the OSRS build, I was farming just everything. Because there's so much you can do this league. And so I was like, what are we gonna get? You know, are we gonna get Original Sin? Are we gonna get Woke Spell Cascade? Are we gonna get some replica shit? Like, what are we gonna get? What's some cool shit? Then I got the Awakened Spell Cascade. And instead of giving it to Ziz like a good friend, like if I was a good friend, I would have given it to Ziz. But instead I was like, fuck that, I wanna play that build instead. He can have the next one. So now I'm playing the Reap Jugg. But the idea is Poison's very powerful this league, and Jugg is very powerful this league. The only reason that you don't see this build played more often, like literally the only reason Reap is not one of the most meta-defining builds in the entire game, who knows why? Why is Reap not like literally top 3 best builds in the entire game? Because it's literally one reason. Yeah, it's literally Woke Spell Cascade. If Woke Spell Cascade was part of the like gem, like if you didn't need Woke Spell Cascade, it would literally be one of the best builds in the entire game. I mean, it is. The problem is, you know, Woke Spell Cascade is super rare. It's not like one of the common ones. It's like Woke Multi-Strike. But yeah, Woke Spell Cascade makes Reap go from like bad to just insane because it allows you to overlap 3 times. But anyway, because we got the Woke Spell Cascade, instantly I was like, log in. What is he farming? Vile Temple Boss drops a div card for Ziri's Reflection. I'm 1 div card off, which will allow me to use it on the Dan build temporarily. It's honestly really good shield. I'd be very happy with it. Are these cards stupidly rare? Okay, chat told me, and I quote, the card's actually farmable from Vile Temple. I think they're right too. I'm just, you know, I'm not getting it, but I'll get it, right? Right, guys? Alright, here we go. So it's like, what, a 2% chance to get the card? Okay, well, I mean, I didn't think I could die like that. Rip F. I should. Oh god. Oh. Oh, I didn't think it could do so much damage. It's with Soul. If I didn't take Soul of Arakali, I would have died. Chat. I changed Pantheons from Chain to Arakali. If I didn't do it, I would have died. Alright, come on, please drop me the card. Oh! Oh, I got it. I got it, chat. And you doubted me. Alright, well, I'm fucking out of here, boys. Awesome! Awesome!
You can't keep getting away with it!
Yay! Alright, let's send it in. Actually, a pretty good roll. The in slow, but that's instant evasion a bit low, but that's fine. The energy shield and the other one being high is perfect. Alright, chat, it's getting a bit late. I actually kind of need to get ready. So we're gonna actually have to stop. We're gonna have to pause champ till tomorrow, chat. Because I got a dinner date with Noogie. I think Ziz is going too, so he's probably ending soonish.